sides, now we bring you a special program on National Voters' Day.
हम भारत भाग्य विधाता है, हम भारत के मतदाता है। ओ मतदान मतदान देने जाएंगे भारत के लिए, भारत के लिए।
National Voters' Day is celebrated on 25th January every year to mark the foundation day of the Election Commission of India, which was established on this day in the year 1950. It was a momentous milestone for Indian democracy, a day before 28 January 1950 when India celebrated her first Republic Day. The voter is the backbone of democracy, and that is why the Election Commission of India has dedicated its foundation day to the voter. The day is utilized to spread awareness among them for promoting informed participation in the electoral process. National Voters' Day is celebrated at the national, state, district, constituency and polling booth levels, which makes it one of the largest celebrations in the country. In honor of the voters, the 2024 theme is Nothing Like Voting, I Vote for Sure, carries forward the theme from the previous year. The chief guest at the national function in New Delhi, organized by the Election Commission of India, was President of India, Draupadi Murmu. In the function, Arjun Ram Meghwal, Union Minister of State for Law and Justice, Independent Charge, was invited as a guest of honor. 2023 was a busy calendar year for the Election Commission of India, as there were assembly elections in 9 states and more than 16 crore voters gave voice to their cherished democratic right. Highlighting the remarkable achievement of last year, Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar said,
During 2023, the Commission successfully conducted elections in 9 states, where more than around 16 crore voters gave voice to their cherished democratic rights and voted in an atmosphere of fairness, confidence and joy. Elections were held peacefully, with no major incidents of violence and near zero repolls. In 126 villages of Bastar, polling stations were set up for the first time in independent India, where voters came to polling stations without any fear and anxiety. Women voters participated enthusiastically, even surpassing male voters in many constituencies across the 9 states. The Commission's efforts have meant 100% registration of particularly vulnerable tribal groups and to enable them to participate in the festival of democracy. This year, National Voters' Day is all the more special. Over 60 democratic countries will have elections this year to elect their respective governments. India shall be the focus of all, as the world's largest and most vibrant democracy conducts 18th Lok Sabha elections and elections to around 8 state legislative assemblies during 2024.
The National Voters' Day logo is designed to showcase festivity and inclusivity of the electoral process. The Ashok Chakra in the background represents the largest democracy in the world. The inked finger represents the participation of each and every voter of the country. The tick mark in the logo stands for informed decisions making by the voter. Today, the national awards for the best electoral practices were conferred to state and district level officers for their performance in the conduct of elections in different spheres such as IT initiatives, security management, election management, accessible elections and contribution in the field of voter awareness and outreach. The awards were also given to significant stakeholders like government departments, Election Commission of India icons and media groups for their contribution towards voters' awareness. The first copy of the ECI publication, ECI Initiatives for General Elections 2024, was presented to the Honorable President by Chief Election Commissioner Shri Rajiv Kumar. The book provides a comprehensive overview of the initiatives undertaken by each division of the ECI to ensure free, fair, inclusive, accessible and participatory conduct of elections. A short voter awareness film, My Vote, My Duty, produced by ECI in association with filmmaker Rajkumar Hirani, has been screened. The short film My Vote, My Duty features several celebrities with their messages evoking the spirit of democracy and power of one vote. To celebrate the Election Commission of India's 75th year of service to the nation, a commemorative postage stamp themed Inclusive Elections was also released. Voters' participation in the democratic and electoral processes is integral to the successful running of any democracy and the very basis of wholesome democratic elections. Thus, it becomes an integral part of election management. In India, the constitutional mandate of the Election Commission of India (ECI) for superintendence, direction and control of elections contains the high built-in responsibility to have every eligible 18-year-old Indian on the electoral roll and get everyone on the electoral roll to voluntarily vote abiding by the pledge. We, the citizens of India, having abiding faith in democracy, hereby pledge to uphold the democratic traditions of our country and the dignity of free, fair and peaceful elections, and to vote in every election fearlessly and without being influenced by considerations of religion, race, caste, community, language or any inducement. In his address, Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar made a special appeal to the first-time voters.
The Election Commission of India was established on the 25th of January 1950, and that is why we celebrate National Voters' Day on January 25th. For the first-time voters, I would like to take this opportunity to appeal to them to exercise their franchise with full enthusiasm. It is our endeavour and duty to zoom along with zoomers, connect with the young generations to mitigate youth and urban apathy that we are witnessing of late. I fervently believe that this year, 2024, the youth will make a resounding and emphatic statement by coming out to vote in large numbers and also motivating their peers to do the same. To each and every one of you, particularly the youth voters, to take part in the ensuing festival of democracy with full vigor and enthusiasm.
Since 2009, SWEEP, Systematic Voters Education and Electoral Participation, has been working towards preparing India's electors and equipping them with basic knowledge related to the electoral process. SWEEP's primary goal is to build a truly participative democracy in India by encouraging all eligible citizens to vote and make an informed decision during the elections. The program is based on multiple general as well as targeted interventions which are designed according to the socio-economic, cultural and demographic profile of the state. The history of electoral participation in previous rounds of elections and learnings are also taken into consideration. Speaking on the efforts of Election Commission of India and how they are working to make the electoral experience pleasant, inclusive and inducement-free, Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar said,
Our focus has been to make the electoral experience pleasant, all-inclusive and inducement-free. Our electoral roll serves as a vibrant and diverse mosaic reflecting the rich diversity of our democracy. Recalling a few lines from Thiruvalluvar's Kural, it is compassion, the most gracious virtues, which moves the world. Reflecting this sentiment, it is the Commission's resolve to make our elections inclusive and accessible. We have over 81 lakh persons with disability as our voters, over 1.8 crore 80 plus voters, of which 2.5 lakhs are 100 plus age voters and over 48,000 third gender voters registered with us in our electoral rolls. Optional home voting facility is also available for 80 plus and PWD voters to vote from the comfort of their homes.
He also thanked the polling teams for shouldering the responsibility of the world's largest peacetime logistical exercise.
This day is an occasion to celebrate voters, youngsters in particular, as central to this great democracy of ours. In 2024, we'll be having the world's largest peacetime logistical exercise of movement of men and materials to enable over 96 crore voters to exercise their franchise, spread over 12 lakh polling stations through over 1.5 crore plus election officials. Big thanks and appreciation to our polling teams who traverse the harshest terrains to deliver democracy to the last mile.
India is the largest practicing democracy in the world, with over 60 years of record for holding effective, transparent, and credible elections. India plays a leading role in promoting participatory democracy and election administration worldwide. There are huge opportunities for democracy promotion and electoral support, particularly in countries which have still not established themselves as functional democracies. Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar, in his address, mentioned how the Election Commission of India leverages technology to attain transparency and process efficiency in all aspects of elections, but he also showed concerns for the misuse of technology to spread misinformation.
Technology has been leveraged for transparency and process efficiency in all aspects of elections. While technology has made possible many enabling features to enrich the electoral processes and make them easier, it has also posed various challenges to the democratic exercise world over. Misinformation, deepfake, and use of artificial intelligence are being increasingly used to undercut the faith and trust of the people in the electoral process. We, however, stand very firm in our resolve to maintain a level playing field and foster an informed electorate. Any attempts to compromise this fundamental tenet through false narratives will be met with swift, strong, and robust measures to uphold the integrity of our elections. We are confident and committed to give India's approximately 96 crore electors and all stakeholders, including political parties, the best possible electoral experience, truly befitting the largest democracy of the world.
Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar also highlighted the significance of full disclosure, complete involvement, and assured responsiveness.
Political parties are the pivot of our vibrant democracy. The Commission bases its engagement with political parties broadly on three pillars: full disclosures, complete involvement of them, and assured responsiveness. Going into general elections 2024, we appeal to the political parties for their continued support and assure them of our fullest cooperation in providing level playing field. Fostering an ethical and respectful political discourse plays a critical role in shaping the democratic process and in influencing our young voters in particular. It is imperative that political parties engage in discussions that inspire rather than divide, that promote ideas instead of personal attacks. Political parties, our biggest stakeholders, must become our best partners in ensuring an ethical journey.
The event also witnessed the presence of heads and representatives from election management bodies in countries of Maldives, Philippines, Russia, Sri Lanka, and Uzbekistan. After the Election Commission of India began the annual celebrations of National Voters' Day in January 2011, countries such as Pakistan, Bhutan, and Republic of Korea have also emulated this practice and are also observing their own National Voters' Days to promote voter education and awareness.
हम भारत भाग्य विधाता है, हम भारत के मतदाता है। ओ मतदान मतदान देने जाएंगे भारत के लिए, भारत के लिए।
You were listening to a special program on National Voters' Day. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of Akashvani. You can listen to it on our mobile app, News on AIR. This program is also available on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official. You may share your feedback about this program through email at airnsdtalks@gmail.com or WhatsApp on 928 909 4044.